What's going on, guys? This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we are doing our best to be the bridge between our fellow real estate investors, entrepreneurs alike, and the cryptocurrency world because, gosh, crypto is the biggest opportunity over the next few years. It's not even close. Today, we have our open mic show, so we'll post that in the chat and love to have you guys come on. Corey, take it away.
Absolutely. Corey Geary here in the beautiful state of Arizona, enjoying this fine morning with all you guys, where Pulse Chain seems to be kind of breaking out. It's trying to. You let me know, Sprackberger. I would love to hear your thoughts on what's going on with some TA with it, but it looks like we're pretty bullish. And we got a lot of new things happening on Pulse Chain, always waking up in the morning with something crazy new going on. And this morning we have this new ERC 404 token that is the new narrative where basically you can mint or you can buy, you buy the crypto or the coin. And once you hold one full coin in your wallet, you can view a NFT inside an NFT marketplace. You have the NFT in your wallet. And so then it's transferable in that regard too, right? Or you can sell it as far as selling the underlying crypto. So it's very interesting. I don't know if it's going to be worth anything. I don't know if it's going to catch on, but I can see where this tech could really innovate the NFT world of the NFT marketplace, because before you were very limited on how you bought and sold your NFTs by the whole entirety of the NFT. There was no fractionizing of that or making a liquidity pool with a bunch of NFTs where you had to rely on a seller on the other end. Now with the underlying token, you can create liquidity pools, and so you don't have to rely on a seller from an open sea to buy it. And you can fractionalize the NFT, selling it in portions or pieces. So it's a very interesting concept. I can see where it will really innovate the NFT marketplace and even usher in a new narrative where it would make NFTs hot this time around. So who knows? Or it could all go to zero. Be very careful when you're playing with this stuff. This is not financial advice by any stretch of the measures. We don't give financial advice. We're just talking about what we do with our wallets, why we're doing it, the fun that we're having. It could be a scam and go to zero. And so be careful. Do this stuff with lottery money, stuff that, maybe 5% of your bag. Use a condom wallet, what I like to call it. I think I learned that phrase from Dollar Cost Crypto, to give him credit, but use a condom wallet, where basically you're using a wallet that's not attached to your portfolio when you play these lotteries, and that is that won't have any risk basically to your all your other assets. So yeah, but it's fun, and who knows? This is what being early looks like. So looks like we got Norbert in the chat. I'll let him in too. You guys hop on and come rap with us. We would love to talk anything crypto today, anything real estate, anything money. But the 404 narrative is a fun one to start the morning off for sure.
Yeah, and if you want to come and check out, there's 4 essentially tokens that have launched so far within the last, just few hours. So you can come here, you can find this Twitter handle. It gives you all the contract addresses. You can go check it out. Dipcatcher is the one behind Gophers, which is kind of a fun one. This one launched on Ethereum as well as Pulse Chain. And so yeah, lots of different options if you wanted to engage. And like Corey said, this is a lottery ticket type of thing. We only, I only put in a few $100. So if it does something great, then I can be one of the meme guys to tout how my $200 turned into $2,000 and say I'm financially free. So there you go.
There you go. It's just fun. So
and it's probably gonna be more sustainable. Hey, all good. It's probably gonna be more sustainable than Beetroot's shitcoins.
We'll see. It's yet to be seen. Oh man. But it's fun. Yeah, I'm with Corey. I think, in fact, we have a guy that's in our mastermind. He had an NFT that he bought from last cycle. I can't remember what one it was. He literally paid like $1,000 or a couple grand for it, and he just flipped it for over 100K, which is pretty freaking wild. And he's looking to reallocate capital. So if you have something like that, or you think of some of the Bored Ape Yacht Club stuff, or some of those that were seven-figure NFTs at one point. Selling that, you have a very limited buyer pool who can come and pay 7 figures for an NFT. And so the opportunity to be able to use something like an ERC 404 where people can buy portions or you can sell off portions is really cool. In fact, there you do the same type of thing in real estate where you can sell portions of properties. You can do partnerships. There's lots of cool ways to be able to buy something with a group when it comes to real estate. And it's cool to see some of that functionality coming here to the blockchain. So kind of fun.
Yep, agreed 100%. And I see that's in crypto. So yeah, that's what we talk about, using a condom wallet for this type of stuff, using it with a wallet that's not attached to your portfolio in any shape or form. You want to make sure you're very safe. When any lottery tickets, not even just the 404, I mean, anything I do, buying meme coins, buying like whatever, I mean, anything I do outside of the blue chips, you need to be doing this with a separate wallet, guys. Treat your blue chips like they are blue chips. Those are your diamonds, right? And we want to make sure we don't leave any exposure to those diamonds to anybody. And as long as you're doing it with a condom wallet and you're doing it with money that you don't mind going to zero with, like if I spend a few $100 and tomorrow it's worth zero, I'm okay with it. Like I still have 99.9% of my portfolio. I still have, they're in a separate wallet, and I'm good. Like it's good. Like, but if it does go on and do a 10, 20, 50, 100x, then great. I got a seat on the rocket ship, and that's the way I look at it. And so, do this with your own discretion. If you don't have a lot of money to play with, and you are, I would say if you're very limited with the money you make in the real world and your portfolio is not very beefy, I would still, that would be another reason why not for me to participate. If I feel like I'd want to, if I was very limited on money in my DCA, I'd want to make sure I'd be allocating that into blue chips, because we feel confident. No financial advice, of course. Even the blue chips can go to zero, but we feel confident in the blue chips. We love the ecosystem. We feel like it's going to be really, really strong in this bull run. And then, so make sure that portfolio is built out nice and healthy. You got a nice foundation of the blue chips before you're going off and you're playing in the casino. That's another reason why you may or may not want to participate in any of this stuff. The meme coins, even for me, like liquidity providing, like all this stuff, like anything you do out of buying and holding blue chips, be very, very mindful of that. So.
Very good advice from you. Norbert? Very, very good advice from you, Corey. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's another. Yeah, Norbert, are you doing it?
In life, everyone is out for you. As soon as you open the door, or even if you stay inside, yes. You turn something on, you open your eyes. It's just like you became like a prey. Like all the predators are out for you. They're calling you from different fake companies, pretending that, I'm calling you from this company, and now they're getting even smarter. It's like, hey, this is Paul from whatever, and then I just keep quiet. You recently it's just so fake, but some people fall for these things. But it's nice to see that two different points is good for us as Pussycans and Ethereum users, because it makes the network more busy. So then the fees and the burn functions happening more often, and is also create a strong foundation, because what I see is that is happening, that we're going through a transition. That first, the NFTs started happening and they came up with one sort of function, but in the future, like especially for you guys, real estate owners and investors, you can just put everything on one NFT, which would hold all the documents, the necessary signatures and everything. And the transition would be much safer and easier because everything is on the blockchain. So that's how when some of these fake American politicians, they saying, oh yeah, crypto is like the worst thing ever. No, mate, the cash is the worst thing ever, because with cash you do whatever you want. I mean, I like cash, I have some cash too, and it's I don't want it to disappear completely. But but everything is on a blockchain, so it's really transparent, you know, like whatever you do, and it would accelerate the process as well for many different functions. And also, you know, it would attract new investors who don't have the required capital to. It's like a ETF kind of thing, you know, like what the guys are doing on the other side. Obviously, they attracting bigger investors, but this is definitely a good first step towards the right direction.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of fun. Kind of fun.
Yep.
Another chart. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, that was just reiterating my point again with, you know, making sure that you have blue chips in the bag, sealed, tucked away before coming out here and playing the lottery. You know, there's nothing worse than if you're only making a few grand from your day job that you can afford to put into crypto, and then you're taking that few grand and going in and losing it all in lotteries. Like, yeah. So be careful with your money out here, guys. It's yeah. So
I watched an Alex Hormozy clip yesterday. I was goofing around on social media.
He's amazing.
And I'll see if I can restate it well. He's saying, you know, the purpose in marriage is not to get married and then you're done. The purpose is to stay married. Same with fitness. The goal is not to get fit and then it's over and you get overweight again. The goal is to stay fit the rest of your life. The goal of business is to build something that's profitable and be able to stay in the game to stay in business. And it's funny that a lot of people get it mixed up where they think that success is a benchmark that you reach and then you get there. And in all actuality, the goal is actually to continue to play the game. And if you can continue to play the game, well, that equates to success. And particularly here in crypto, if you throw all your money into a shitcoin and it goes to zero, or you cannot come and continue to play the game. And so
there's
make sure
a problem.
That you structure yourself so you can continue to play the game and play it well.
That is very good advice. That is wisdom right there. I love that. This is interesting. Look what Paul Sack said. Can you imagine this happening?
Ooh.
I don't know if that's a possibility.
Ooh.
But wow, you want to talk about
like that?
That would be insane.
Be able to sell chunks of a steak. That would be cool.
And you would have liquidity pools for it, and it'd be kind of like the Maxi token is now, but it's all on your own independent stakes. Like, very interesting. I'm sure Alex is aware of the ERC 404 technology. Now, whether or not he can integrate that into
how far in the development process is he to integrate that now? That might be a big ask.
Well, I tell you, if it was a possibility to integrate that, that would be, in my opinion,
huge.
Revolutionary for his ecosystem, man. That would blow it out of the water. Oh my gosh. I have a lot of HSIs from when I was going heavy in the auctions back in the day. I'm very blessed to pick up some really cheap ones. And I couldn't imagine turning all those in for this. I mean, obviously you'd want to make sure the code's proven. It would suck to turn in like a massive portfolio into a ERC 404. And then that's when the code breaks, like, and now it goes to zero. Yeah, that would suck. Like, there's where it's like, okay. I'm glad we're playing with this garbage right now on meme coin / JPEG / whatever, we'll see.
Right.
So maybe he might not do it just because he wants to probably make sure I would think that the code's proven, time tested, battle tested. This stuff's not easy, man. I can't imagine the brains that it takes to create something like this.
He's got like 200 IQ, I'm sure. Different.
Yeah, I have a peanut brain, man. I got a little peanut rolling up there with Sami. It's just rolling up there, and I'm just like, buy token. Okay.
No. Don't be so humble, man. Like, living in another country independently and financially sorted and having a happy life with your family requires more than just a peanut brain.
When it comes to crypto, I'm a peanut brain, that's for sure. I don't want to be too smart. All I want to do is be smart enough to have
Smart
my
enough,
security, have my security right, to have my, you know, the habits that revolve around my security correct, and to have the worth, or the ability to hold, the diamond hold my blue chips, the ability to be able to sell my meme coins. That's all I need. And let these guys who are going out and creating this 404 stuff is yeah, it's wild to me. I don't even know how this, man, I can't even begin to imagine how this works.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
similar to like a Maxi kind of pool. Yeah, that was a good comparison.
it is kind of like a maxi is just, you know, a fractionalized NFT, or not NFT, a fractionalized stake. I'm sorry, there we go. Maxi is
Yeah.
just a fractionalized stake that you can buy and sell, that's liquid, that has liquidity pools. And that's what a 404 in many ways it is, except for it's independent.
Or let's say it's
to
like a
each-
combination of the HSI and a Maxi kind of pool. If you put the two together,
It would, yeah,
that
very
would be like a
interesting.
good description.
Oh my gosh, dude, that would be so amazing. And then, like, because he's talking about where he's going to be able to make it where you can mint or not mint, I'm sorry, you could stake EHEX over on Pulse Chain via the HMI. Like, you couple that
And avoid all
in
the
with
gas fees. Then you'd keep EHEX alive and well, in my opinion, or at least you'd
EHEX would probably come to parity, or at least close to it. Like, I believe that would be a narrative, a very strong narrative that would really push a lot of buy pressure on EHEX. And so we'll see if it comes to fruition. It'll be interesting to see. But man, fun stuff to talk about and fun stuff to play with.
Yeah. I like this take. Yeah. Peanut brain is a mindset, not an IQ. I like it.
Yeah, I agree
What's up,
too.
Sprack?
Yo, what's up, guys? Can you hear me okay?
We got you,
We
man.
can,
You
brother.
on your phone or near your computer today?
Yeah, I'm in the field.
What are you seeing on the
What do you-
charts, man? What do you like right now?
What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, so I think remember the last time we was on here, I guess everybody had their pants off because we were watching all the up only price action. And I did not see market structure at that time, but you got to give you got to give it a minute to sort of work itself out. And I did take a little bit of profits during that euphoric. I mean, you know, it's euphoria. You take a little bit of profit and move it around into other things that haven't quite run yet, and that's pretty safe. But now I bought my positions back in this week because I'm starting to see market structure again, and particularly with Pulse and Pulse X. I'm heavier on Pulse X now because of the ratios.
We lost you.
Relative to Pulse, just because you
There
know
we go.
it's a leverage play on Pulse. But
I mean, talk about that more in Pulse terms. I was looking at the chart last night. If I could bring it up here, I mean, in Pulse terms, Pulse X is expensive. You know what I mean? You don't feel like that trend could reverse here in respect to Pulse versus Pulse X?
His signal or his reception is not doesn't seem to be very good.
Yeah. Are you back? Can you hear us? You might have to go out and come back in. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. What do you mean by this, Red Squirrel? Yeah, what have you thought through? There's no need for
Red
404
Squirrel's one of
to
those
be done
big
with
brains.
work.
This is not a peanut brain you're talking to, Dane.
No, I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
Hey, sorry, got that. I think
Oh, we got
my
you
audio
back.
dropped.
We
Yeah, I
got
think
you
my
back.
audio dropped off for a second.
There we go.
Okay, much better. Yeah, Pulse X in terms of Pulse, I thought we would see a bigger pullback with that ratio, but it didn't even test the previous support level, which is massively bullish for Pulse X. It did, however, pull back to a fib level that I like, the 618, and has continued to trend upwards against Pulse. This is Pulse X I'm talking about. And now it's actually coiling up on the upper resistance level, and I think it's going to break. So I ended up buying back my Pulse X position during that price action. So I'm kind of still at break even, if you will. I didn't win any and I didn't lose any. I just took advantage of the what do you call it? The chart, if you will. So are you charting Pulse
So
X
here's
there?
Pulse X and Pulse terms.
Okay, yeah. So Pulse X in Pulse terms. So if you see those wicks those red wicks, I kind of sold a little bit of Pulse X there, and I was expecting a pullback down to that level. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit of a pullback.
That's what I
would
would think. Yeah.
Yeah, and we never got that. We only got a sort of a couple of red candles there, and then a pop up, and you see how the candles are now compressing.
Yep.
Up against that resistance
That's
level.
bullish. Yep.
That's bullish.
That's
right
bullish.
there. So I bought my position back, and I said, I'm not going to fade this ratio. And even though I didn't win or lose, I'm sitting at break even. It's my opinion that PulseX is going to massively perform in the coming months.
Huh.
Against Pulse. They're both going to do well. Yeah, they're both going to do well, but PulseX, I think, is in the short term more bullish on PLSX.
You don't know.
You don't know. Jeez,
yeah.
Maybe we get Westcott's 10,000X after all here.
I mean, he's I like him at 10,000X.
Yes.
And I like Somi at 30 or 100.
30, yeah. We're like Westcott 10,000 Somi at 30.
No, we need him.
There's a big difference between the two for sure.
We need him to be there, and we need him to stay. We need him to stay Westcott, and we need Somi to stay Somi.
Agreed.
And I'll stay somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
Hey, if we end up somewhere in the middle, I'll be pleased as could be.
Yeah.
Bro, if I even get to 30, you don't know. You don't know.
You don't know.
I'm like, you don't know even at 30. But if we go beyond that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Sprack, I know you've done some a little bit of moon math with the fib extensions. I know you're able to bring up the fib to see what is a realistic this bull run. What have you seen on PulseX? If you take that fib, once you get past that price discovery, the price discovery zone. And I know we've talked about that before on private calls. What would you think? What's a realistic, no financial advice, a realistic
go against
no financial
chart it against the dollar.
Put it against the dollar, Dane.
Either asset. Either one.
Well,
either one. Okay, so get your fib.
The bull flag.
Yeah, get your fib and go from the very tip.
We're gonna teach me a new skill today. From the top.
Yeah, from the very tip. Oh, I think you're on risk reward ratio.
Hold on.
Yeah, get rid of that.
And does he go from the top of the candle, Sprack, or the top of the wick?
The wick. Up.
Hold on.
There you go.
I'm clicking on
right
this
there.
one. There we go. From the wick.
Yeah, go from the very top. Tippy top.
Crap. Hold on.
All the way to the bottom.
You don't do TA? That's not your day job, Dane? TA's not your day job? This is
definitely not my specialty. You guys are seeing the peanut brain work as we speak.
No, you are a long-term investor. You're not a trader. That's it.
Let's do this.
Okay.
All right.
That's okay. All right. So double click on the fib extension. anywhere on it. And open up the settings. Make sure you've got the 1.27 and the 1.68 selected.
All right.
Keep going down, keep going down.
All right, here 1.27
and 1.68.
Let's see, right here.
There it
The
is.
6 1.
And then for shits and giggles, go with like a 2 and a 3.
All right. Should I take all these other ones off?
No, you're fine, but I would get rid of the highlighted backgrounds. Scroll down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, get rid of the background, and that's fine. That's fine so far. Gets
Look
rid
at
of some
me.
of the noise.
Charting specialist here. I'm becoming one as we speak in real time, guys.
Yeah. So
was fun.
what we would typically see in a bullish extension is that price would, your first target would be that 1.272
Right here.
Well, there
right
it is.
there.
That's
Oh
3
my
zeros and
gosh.
1 7.
So
I love that. And
yeah,
then next
that would
one?
be your first target, and then the 618. And then
So-
like what typically happens is you get an explosive move to those levels, and the market psychology will say this is a little bit overextended, I want to take profits. And then
Sure.
you'll possibly, again, we don't know how far this can run, but what we've seen in those areas is price will rocket up into that, and people will start taking profits, and then you'll see some sort of market structure within those. What I do like about those levels is that they're pretty consistent in crypto, more so than stocks, and they work really well in forex. But crypto, they can get ridiculous, especially in price discovery, because it'll just fuel on itself, especially near the bottom, because we're kind of near the bottom, and what happens is people are waiting for green candles to come in, and so 80% of the move is going to be fueled by a lot of people that were sidelined, and then towards the end of the move, it's all of the,
Jeez, who is
last
sidelined right now? That's crazy to think about.
There's a lot of people sidelined right now. I know.
No way in hell.
There's a lot of people sidelined.
Yeah.
There's
I can't get enough
influencers.
cash to put into this damn thing. Like I'm like,
Well, yeah.
I'm
Well,
cash broke.
Yeah, same here.
Crypto rich,
Sell,
cash
sell
broke.
one of your kidney, and that is sorted. You have to-
Bro, hey, I just sold the Corvette, so I got some of that money coming back to me.
I
But
mean, you
even
could sell
then,
testicles. You could sell. I mean, there's all sorts of options here at the bottom.
Well, remember, you got a lot of people that sold the bottom, and we need them to buy back.
Right.
It's crazy. All right, so this is not enough moon math. What is the next level up?
I can't say.
Okay, so from here, you can't use fib extensions to go beyond.
You can go on a log chart, and that would give you a little bit more exaggerated fib extension.
Right.
But again, it's like this thing's going to rocket, then it's going to calm down for a little bit, and then it's going to pump again, and then it's going to do another bull flag, pattern, and then it's going to just keep doing that over and over again until
over again.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that. Let's just keep doing bull flags over and over again for the next year and a half. I will be the happiest guy.
Yeah, no, it's typical. I saw it on the last bull run with absolute shit coins that had no utility. And good and bad coins, both of them all had the same market structure. They had a depression phase, they had a rounded bottom, and then once they popped up out of that depression phase and started to get into price discovery, it was up and then sideways, up and then sideways, up and then sideways. And it was like if you were trading it, like I was trading it with leverage at the time, it was like barrel. You could just, up like a 100% move. And if you're doing that with leverage, you could do pretty well.
Sprack, can you talk to this? Is this true? Is this true?
Yeah, measuring, doing your fib extension wick to wick instead of candle body to candle body.
That means that you're only going to go to the next wick.
Yeah, I would do wick to wick, meaning that like you want the very last possible buyer and the very last possible seller.
Ah, interesting.
How do you look at something like, so correct, how am I thinking here? So so if we go to the 618 level on PulseX, that's essentially 300 and like a 3.5x from here. If we pull those same, do the fib extension on ink, for instance, I mean, the 618 level is a 40x, 40.5x from here. What conclusions might we draw from this? Like, is that like, hey, this is your signal to buy ink? Like, how my thought process?
I buy ink. In fact, I bought ink yesterday. Where's the ink token,
too.
Maxi?
Yeah, me too. Every day I'm buying ink.
Do we not have the ink, Maxi, in the chat? Damn, he's gonna come in right at the top.
I am one of them. But yeah, Brisology is not here yet.
Yeah, where's the ink?
The show isn't ready to end. He's not here yet. But really quick, Sprack, like, do you look at something like ink and you pull those levels and feel super bullish about it? Is there something that I'm missing here? I mean,
it's all about risk adjusted returns, and the way I structure my portfolio is I'm heavier in the layer one, and then the next one is the DEX token, which is PulseX.
There we go. Same here.
And then the next one would be like the meme coins, and I consider ink to be a meme coin at the moment.
Yeah.
Because it's all speculation on what value or utility it will hold in the future. There is none at the moment.
It will hold, because it's the core token of the entire ecosystem. Without that, the farms wouldn't exist on PulseX. So what would be the point for people to come on our platform and provide liquidity and take the risk just because they think that Richard is a nice guy? They're not going to do that. That's why it's called incentive token.
I will argue that point, Norbert, saying that the ink token could just run sideways from here on out and not have to go up or down and still be and hold that core to the ecosystem, because the farmers are making enough money with the value of the ink the way it is now. Like,
depends on which farmers you're talking about, because
you don't need to have $1,000 ink to have a penny pulse. You don't need to have that.
Agreed, but they're bonded in liquidity thickly enough that like there's no way to just run sideways.
That's a different argument. We're not talking about bonded liquidity. We're talking about narrative. That's a narrative. That's a narrative. That's a bonded liquidity argument. Even Sprack's comment was another narrative, right? And so, Crypto Compassion, by the way, welcome to the show, man. I didn't welcome you in. We were in the middle of a very intense conversation there.
No, you're spot on. Yeah, man, and I think Sprack's right on as far as like we haven't even seen RH release features on PulseX yet. I mean,
I'm very confident he will
down
at the right time.
Oh,
it's strategic. It's so strategic, bro. And like, if you don't have your PulseX backpacked, like you are missing the mark, in my opinion. Now that's my opinion. Once again, not financial advice. Go buy bonds. I don't care. I'm buying Pulse X. You can buy bonds. I'll buy Pulse X. We'll see who wins. We'll see who wins in 2 years. Let's do that.
Yeah. No, he's. I believe that those features are going to come out, and the degens are going to come running across the bridge for all those, like you said, all those ink rewards, everything else. When he said the most liquid DEX, I don't think he was joking. I mean, we haven't seen the world's largest airdrop unfold. You know, we're just waiting for all these pools to continue to freaking build up, and then it's just going to spool over into all those other ones. Yeah.
And imagine, like, Richard can go freaking, we've seen him do it. He could go and pair, whatever he wants in the farms. Another bid for ink. He go pair ink with some of the other P-copied other tokens that are doing things and making moves. Like, this whole thing could get bonkers so fast. It would be insane. And to be on the sidelines right now in stables just freaking blows my mind. So God bless you if that's your portfolio. Man, not I.
Good
sir,
luck.
no.
Good luck.
Yeah. It's gonna be freaking wild. I think the ink token is interesting when you're looking at the bonded liquidity. I mean, it can't. If all RH stuff goes up, you can't help. And some of the other narratives too, right? Like, it's the lowest market cap RH token there is, period. Some of this other stuff. Yeah, I've weighted my portfolio a little more that direction in more recent days.
Yeah, myself, I just wanted to achieve a certain sea creature. So what I did is I overachieved that sea creature, and I made sure, like, I did math. Like, I posted on Twitter, what is the inflation
you are the ocean master, Poseidon.
I was getting a little bit out of my peanut brain there, trying to, like, calculate, like, okay, if I have this farm going and I buy this amount of ink token, how long will I stay this sea creature? And I crunched the numbers and I wanted to make sure that I stay a particular sea creature throughout the bull run. And so I crunched the numbers, did the math, and I'm a very healthy I'm where I'm going to be at, and it's going to stay that way for a while, even with the inflation that's coming out. So I met my goal with that. That's how I always measure my portfolio. Like I'm always like, okay, how much do I believe in this token or protocol or whatever it is, and then by how much belief or conviction I have in it, then I allocate a sea creature goal to it. Like, if I don't have a lot of belief, maybe it's like, okay, I'll be a squid. Something happens, like a meme coin, right? If I have modest belief, or I'm pretty bullish about it, then maybe I want to be a dolphin, or if I'm extremely bullish, maybe I want to be a shark. Depending also on how big the market cap already is too, because obviously it's very expensive to be a shark in Pulse and Pulse X, and even in ink, it gets pretty pricey if you want to be a shark. But in a dolphin, you're like, that's obtainable for some people, and definitely a squid is obtainable in ink token. Even at today's prices, you can become a squid for relatively fair value. And if we do a 10, 50, 100, even 1,000x, you're gonna be happy you held that squid position. So something to think about. But that's how I measure my positions, and that's how I go after my goals. And so, like, I want to hit my goal. And with ink, I knew you have this inflation coming out. I'm like, man, I even asked the ink token Maxi, and he was like, bro, I just asked ChatGPT, and he gave me this, and he didn't even give me a good answer. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be ink. Like, you can't give me the answer. Like, and somebody did though. They gave me the answer, and I was able to crunch the numbers.
Nice. I mostly just follow Twitter sentiment. I just do whatever Twitter says. So I have everything locked up in Titan X and can't buy anything right now.
You're gonna make people mad, Dane.
I'm just kidding. Oh man. What do you guys think? So in fact, I was looking at this chart yesterday and trying to determine if I wanted to make any personal decisions for myself on it. So when you're looking at
show it to Sprack. If you got a chart, show it to Sprack.
Where did it go? Let me freaking find it here. Yeah. Here we go. So this is an interesting one. I was looking at this yesterday. So Vanilla the Hexagon says, I recently traded a little Pulse X for EHEX. Hopefully it'll pay off eventually, but so far the ratio's got it even further skewed against EHEX. it's interesting. What do you guys think? Is EHEX an opportunity right now? Because it just keeps getting cheaper and cheaper against the other RH stuff. Or is that the token that's left out to die? What do you guys think?
Just wait for Alex is gonna be my response. Wait for Alex and that narrative to kick in, and I'm gonna get 1-to-1 value again. I believe it will hit parity again. To me, it already hit parity once, and even though it wasn't perfect, I get it, guys. It wasn't perfect parity, but it hit it once already for me, and it's gonna do it again. Whether it stays there or not, I have no clue. But I'm holding a bag because I have strong conviction it will hit there again. We're not, and it's gonna happen when we're gonna be blindsided by it. It's going to happen so fast, and we're not going to even know when it comes. And like, we'll wake up in the morning again. Like that's what happened last time. I woke up in the morning, like, what the heck is going on here? We're parity. Like, it will happen so fast because the liquidity is so thin. Like, one guy can do it. It's thin. And so that's I'm sorry, that was a longer answer than I want. I'll let you guys answer now.
I wouldn't sleep on it. I mean, you guys are from real estate. I look at it kind of like South Beach, Miami, and like Dubai. You know what I mean? Like, if you have two assets, two real estate groups in two different markets, I think Richard, he's said, I don't want cheap hex anywhere. And so I'm going to take him at his word that, you could have two hexes in two different lands that are going to appreciate in value. It's lagging right now.
Assuming the land is valuable there too, right? Like Ethereum is valuable now.
Right.
That's what the people are like, oh, what about hex on what is it? Proof of work.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
POW.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Like, well, that chain's not valuable. So you can't have expensive hex on that chain because that chain itself is not valuable. So that's my argument to that.
Right. Because that land's like out in the middle of Oklahoma. You know what I mean? No shame on that, but you know what I mean? It's not like it's beachfront. This isn't like beachfront in like Hawaii. Or, in a sense where it's like a lot of traffic is coming, Singapore or something like that. And exactly, it's in Ethereum land. So,
yep.
Plus, it's crucial for. I think it's crucial to mention that Richard would not even allow that to happen. That EHEX becomes like an abandoned child, because then. How can you, let's say, brag to other people that, I created one of the best financial asset on earth? Then, it's just like, this new one is actually better than the other one. Forget about that one. This is I don't think it happens. And also, it gives opportunity for expansion, diversification, because some people prefer ETH. They might not be willing to move over to push chain because they are like, yeah, I like ETH, it's work for me. I couldn't care less that I have to pay £150. It's like private clubs, those guys, they pay like what, $5,000 a year, just to go and sit down and have a cup of coffee, and so they don't mind doing that. So there's all sorts of individuals on the market. So yeah, EHEX is gonna be just fine.
Yeah, you in the camp that EHEX is going to be fine too, Sprack?
Oh yeah, for sure. The way I break up my portfolios is most of my hex is in like my longer term portfolios, things like my self-directed IRAs. I have lots of HSIs that we got when we were doing the auctions. So
you were doing it the same time I was doing it.
We were doing
I remember.
Yeah, we were doing the HSI auctions, and I picked up lots of T-shares at I think they were 80% of the value of the hex that was inside of them. So we were just liquidating people that were overextended on their HSI loans, and now we have the copies on both chains. So I have not sold a single EHEX, nor can I. Most of the stack in that portfolio, in the long-term self-directed IRA portfolios, it's mostly T-share based hex, EHEX and PHEX. And then once the price started to appreciate, and you can no longer get those really sweet discounts that typically tends to happen with a product that's trading versus its net asset value. It'll get further extended to the downside during a bear market, and I think the spread is sort of caught up. But my play since then was Defi, and the reason why I was so massively bullish, it was trading at a discount to Hex. And it doesn't matter which one. You could go eDesi or you could go pDesi. They're both very similar. And it was so illiquid that it was like I was getting slippage trying to buy it. But I did, and I kept nibbling at it and kept nibbling at it. And I'm glad I did, because Defi was trading at a discount, and Defi has been accumulating Hex for the past 2 years now. So it is likely that there is twice as much, I think something like 2.3, I forgot what the number is, but there is more than twice the amount of Hex inside of the Defi token than there is because it's a liquid staking product. And again, that's really good inside of my IRA portfolio, because I don't plan to touch it for 10 years. And Defi is a great tool because you get to maximize the T share. That last 5 years, I think it just lets you preserve your APY, but the 10-year Defi token gives you the most amount of Hex per T share, in my opinion. And someone already did it for you years ago. So you're just stepping into, like, I don't know, you real estate guys might look at it as a distressed property that someone had already put a lot of equity into, and you're just picking it up at a discount.
I like that. Yeah.
You know,
or buying a rental where the owner's been stacking the cash flow in a bank account, and they're going to sell you the property with a chunk of the cash flow in the bank account with it. Yeah.
Right. And there's double the amount of value inside of the product that you're paying for. And so I think recently, now that we've had some good price appreciation on the hexes, you're starting to see that gap close with Defi, and it's now finally trading at parity with Hex.
And it's still undervalued.
And it's still undervalued. It's still 2 point. So my play is I don't have too much liquid Hex. Again, different portfolios, but I'm going after things like Defi or Lucky or Maxi token. If I see a disconnect between what I think is the fair value and the net asset value, and I'll go from there, because I think during the next bull run, if we get back to all-time highs, if we get back to anywhere near a euphoric state, then you're going to see the opposite, where Defi will trade at a premium.
Yeah.
And that's where I will consider either taking profits or doing something. But
That's interesting.
and if you wanted to see how that played out, it played out perfectly on the GBTC Trust. It had a 50% discount to NAV, and within the last month after the ETF approvals, it closed that gap, and it is trading at 0 discount. And then now, recently this week, it's trading at a premium.
Wow.
So green candles are their own advertisement.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you got 100x on Hex, you might get a 200x on Defi.
That's right.
And you would have to, correct me if I'm wrong, you'd have to wait the 10 years to be able to cash that.
No, it's liquid. You could sell it anytime.
It's liquid, so he could sell it in the bull run when it's selling at a premium on the bull.
Right.
And if Hex is 100x, Defi is up. If it's a premium, maybe it's a 200x, maybe it's 150x, maybe it's because it's a premium, right? And What a great play, man. I know Alan here too. He says he was doing it for the last year, picking up. And now he's right. You only have 8 years left before it's ending. And that premium or that at least that discount will also close from the market pricing in that time frame starting to close too. As it's getting closer to the time frame, you're going to see the premium probably rise, I would imagine. Right, Sprack? Wouldn't you think that also would play a factor into the
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's right.
What's going on, bro? Dude, I was talking about you.
The ink. Yeah, you could see sort of like a glimpse into the future for Defi just by looking at the sub liquid tokens as like the base token, the trio token, the lucky token. Those are going to start trading at premiums first.
Quicker. Yeah.
Because they're coming due, especially base token, which kind of keeps rolling every year. It trades at a premium.
I remember when base was at a discount for a little while, for a few months.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
It ran at a discount for many months. But that was the first year, right? And then it went to a premium. It's very interesting stuff, man.
That's right.
And start watching these a little bit more.
And if you just hold it, you just wait until it unlocks, and then you can take out all the hex that's inside of it and do whatever you want with it at that point. But
sure, right.
Yeah.
Or for the perpetuals, you go let them roll over, right, and go into the next cycle.
Yeah, if you do nothing, they'll just roll over. But you know, in 10 years, I'll be gone.
Gone on an island. And the cool thing about the cool thing about eHex is it's going to be, like he said, awesome marketing, because it's like the gateway drug to Pulse. Yes. You know, as other influencers are putting up the bubbles in the future here, and they're just like, doggone it, that eHex or that hex that we just, kept dogging on is just gaining. And then people start asking, well, if there's an eHex, what's this pHex? And then it's like this gateway drug to Pulse Chain, because then they're kind of like, well, then they're interested in what's going on with Pulse Chain. If eHex is running and everything else is running on Pulse Chain, maybe I need to, hop into Pulse Chain. So it's this huge marketing play that I know RH is aware of. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yep. I agree with that. Pulsex, what's up, bro, man?
What up? I guess a bunch of wind. I can't get no reception. So if I drop, I'm sorry.
Sorry, man. Glad you jumped in.
Yeah. Kind of get you into this. It's good alpha on Sprack's part there. I've been doing the arbitrage, the ratio trade on Defi for months and never even compared it to GBTC.
There you go.
Left out to. It's okay though. I'm left out to dry on Defi right now. The trade moved on without me, which is okay by me. So
sure.
I'll get it in the next pair.
Cool, guys.
Good to see you, Paul.
I've got to jump off here. I have a lunch I've got to run too. Corey, do you want to wrap things up? Do you mind?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. I got a couple more minutes I could spend. I was actually getting ready. I'm trying to find Maddie. I viewed it on this morning on one of the NFT platforms on Pulse Chain. Oh, what was it? You guys know that are on here? Which one it was? I'm going through my tabs right now. It looks like I closed it. It was underneath the dip catcher tweet. He had tweeted about it, and then somebody had commented the NFT marketplace that people were viewing it from. And I can't remember. Is it on Mintra Bizology? You could try Mintra. I didn't use Mintra this morning. You could try that one and see if that works. I think I viewed it on NFT Marketplace or Pulse Marketplace or whatever it's called this morning. Is where I was viewing it, and I don't have the tab pulled up anymore. So,
have you got your head wrapped around this? I haven't really quite figured out how this. Is it like a lottery, or how does this work?
Well, of course it's a lottery, man. It's brand new, right? This technology is brand new. It's unproven. It's not, no one's got anything audited. It's just like a freaking a new tech that's just rolled out over on Ethereum. And so now some of our community members are catching on and they're making it. And so basically it's just your NFT is tied to one token. So you need one full token, and then your NFT automatically mints in your wallet. And then you can sell that token as a liquidity pool. Like, think of the Maxi perps or Maxi. Maxi is a fractionalized hex stake, right? And you can sell that Maxi. You can sell a fraction of the Maxi, whatever you want. It's tradable. There's liquidity pools. It's the exact same thing with this new NFT technology. That it's fractionalized, and you have liquidity pools, and it can be moved by the underlying token. If you only own half a token, you're not going to see the NFT in your wallet. Once you hit one token, you'll see an NFT in your wallet, and that's all it is. It's just fractionalized, tradable NFT with liquidity pools, but it's traded as a cryptocurrency now. So could be a new narrative to usher in the new NFT like bull run. I guess you could see that happening, and that this is like really catches on. I don't know. It's cool that we have it over on Pulse Chain now, which is shows that we're just as sophisticated as Ethereum, because it happened on Ethereum first with that Pandora. I think it was called Pandora, and so now we're doing it over here on Pulse Chain. There's already 404 tokens on Pulse Chain, and so yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see if it catches on. Once again, do this with a condom wallet. Don't do it with the wallet that you have all your portfolio assets in. That'd be a mistake, because if it does, something bad does happen with it, you don't want it to be affected with your wallet that you hold all your blue chips in.
It kind of reminds me more of like the Launchpad groups where everybody pays the same. You all get, you're getting something, and then you don't really know the value of what you're getting. You don't know. That's what I meant by the HMI earlier. Like, you could do this with an HMI and wind up getting like, getting 100 T-share HMI.
Brilliant if we could do it with an HMI, because then, like, if you want to sell portions off of that, you could. It's fractionalized, and then you'd have liquidity pools that would support it. The only thing I would think, man, the HMIs are so, I don't know how that would work. Like, because you have like some HMIs that would be 6 T-shares, some that would be 1,000 T-shares, some that would be 120 T-shares. Like, how would that part? They're so uniquely different, where this is just like, basically, when you reach one coin, you get a random NFT out of that deck, right? Like, so like, say we'll use the Pandora one. There's 10,000 NFTs. Once you reach one coin, you're randomly going to get an NFT out of that deck of cards, if you will, a deck of cards of NFTs. That's how it's done. With the HMIs or HSIs, you don't want to, that shouldn't be random on how many T-shares you get. that would be painful. You're like, oh, I had 100 T-share HMI, and then when I fractionalize it, and then I got my one back, I only had 100 T-share or 50 T-share HMI. that would suck. So he's back.
Yeah, don't hit the back button. You'll close out the screen.
Close out the screen. So,
right.
I don't know. We'll see, man. They're lotteries, dude. They're fun. I don't know how they'll play out. They're fun to play with right now. And the Pandora one, though, it went to like $22,000 a coin. Mm-hmm. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah, 22,000 a coin. You're like, I mean, so this stuff could run hard if the narrative catches on. Be really cool if the narrative caught on in a way where it brought like that retail or people who were speculating on the Pandora coin to bring it up to $22,000 a coin, like bring those people over to Pulse Chain. How cool would that be?
Yep.
They're coming over here and they're buying up these 404s, but then they stick around for all the other good stuff that we got. That's what I would love to see. So, I mean, I don't know. This is the stuff that we need and want. My opinion. I have the Mintra.
Open market every cycle. Whichever one does it, it's Doge or Shiba or NFTs, but there's something that hits that brings all the retail in, and that's what
there's
makes
something
it all
that hits. Right.
Fun.
Maddie, I'm going to drop it in the chat. App.mintra.io. AI. That's why it's weird. They have an AI at the end of theirs. This is the URL for Mintra. I don't know if that's going to show that that's NFT or not. I haven't tested Mintra yet, but it should. You would think hypothetically. So, well, cool, man. You guys going to be at? I know Crypto Compassion. You're going to be at the Houston event, so that's super cool. Are you going to the Vegas event too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to be at both.
Yeah.
I'll be at both.
So yeah, next week is Dane going to Houston?
Dane's going to Houston. He's not going to the Vegas one. He'll be speaking with me on stage at the Houston event.
Awesome.
He's moving to Puerto Rico the first week of March, and so he's trying to get that all wrapped up and done. So he took off the Vegas one. So I'll be out there though. I was like, well, I'll post. I'm going back to the island in March. I wasn't going back the first week, but now that I just like, you know what, I'll go back after the event. I'll go to Vegas. From Phoenix, it's like an hour flight. It's so easy to get to Vegas.
Right.
Like
Totally.
not even an hour. I think it's like 45 minutes. You go up and then you go down. I'm like, well, I'll go hit that up, and then I'll go to Puerto Rico. So
yeah, I definitely like to see the community get behind. Like we've said, somehow getting real estate onto Pulse Chain. And I know that we had the brain power to start moving in that direction. It may not be this cycle, but we need to. It would be a huge narrative and huge thing for business to have real estate on Pulse Chain. So
it would be. It would be.
Yeah.
Well, I know the Power City. I don't know if they're still planning on. I think it was Power City. They had like those tiny home NFTs, which was a kind of an innovative idea. That's a real world asset. You holding that NFT will give you the rights to that tiny home that's being built, and then you could sell it, right? If you didn't want to keep it, or if they started really trading at a higher value or premium, that's a cool little use case that we're supposed to have. We need Power City to launch. I think they're not launching. My guess is because the Fetch Oracle is still not public, I don't think. And you guys,
I know I've heard some whispers about there was some talk about NFTs and timeshares going on.
There's another innovative idea that you can come up with. I have a buddy who he's not doing it now. He was doing this in the bull run where he was doing NFTs for you can invest in shares of into his Airbnb portfolio. And so by you holding the NFT, that's your portion of the share or whatever. I don't know how it worked exactly, but then you could trade it and sell it, whatever. He's not doing it anymore, probably because nobody was buying them since the bear market. Nobody was buying them. So all that stuff will come back, and there's going to be new tech for it, especially now with this new 404 idea. And whether the 404 idea catches on or not, this will probably breathe out another, the tech will make more innovation move forward in the space. I knew the NFTs was not just going to be, let's buy and sell a JPEG that was loosely related to the blockchain, right?
Right.
How does Richard always say it? May or may not be hosted on a server.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting stuff. So, well, cool guys. You guys got anything? Well, Paul, are you going to be at any of the events? Would love to meet you.
I'll try and make an event or two here this summer. Spring's a little soon for me, so.
Okay, so you're not going to the Pulse. Okay, man,
I won't be able to make that.
Vegas one. A lot of people were talking about going to the Vegas. It's gonna be fun. What about you, Sprack?
I'm gonna try really hard to make the Vegas one. It's around my wife's birthday, so those would be competing events. But yeah, I'm in LA, so it's just like a 3.5 hour drive for me.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah,
nice.
No, it's not bad at all. I shoot over like in a morning, but if I could try to make it, even if I could just make it for like one of the events or something like that, I sneak away. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff going on this first quarter, but definitely after, in the summertime, I'll be looking for more kind of meetups and things like that, and yeah.
Cool.
We know
Those are
the
great.
inflation.
Those are great events. I like
Yeah.
I like going to them as much as possible. I get to talk to people and shoot ideas over. You're going to meet a lot of really, really smart people that are not in the forefront. I mean, that's
Yes.
how I met. That's how I
Yeah.
met Frank, and we were just chatting. Getting
That's how I
some
met
coffee,
Frank too.
getting
And
coffee
that's
in
how
the
I know
back of the
you.
room. Yeah, he was like, "Hey, what do you think of this Hedron thing?" And I'm like, "Oh, let me explain to you. It's like a tokenized bond market on top of Hex. It was fucking
Yeah.
amazing. Why is everybody dogging it? Because they're maxi pads." And and I was like, "No, you guys have no idea how bullish this is. The bond market is 3 times bigger than the stock market, and you guys just
Yeah.
created a tokenized bond around a best performing asset, Hex." And I was like, oh, okay. So like, and what I did was I resonated with other people that had similar thought processes. Like, it's not the gold nuggets that you get. It's your ability to find them, and just
Yes.
caught. Yeah, it was great because that's how I met a bunch of really, really good, smart people. And I think that this community has some of the smartest people
Yes.
in
100%.
crypto. Yeah, hands down.
100%.
This
Yeah.
community is awesome.
I know what I know knowledge wise because of, in crypto and even NFTs or whatever it is, liquidity providing, all the stuff that we know. I learned it all from this community. Like it was this community, my security. Like there's another, like my very strong security posture with all my multiple hardware wallets and hidden passphrases and the condom wallet and everything that goes into that idea of being my own bank and being responsible to money. I learned from this community. Before that, I was just like, MetaMask degening everything, without any, protection at all. It was like, it was horrible. You should have saw me in the last bull market. It was
train wreck.
Hey, Frank, I got a question to ask you after we get off here in the green room.
Yeah, sure, man. Sure.
Yeah.
In fact, we're going to be winding it down here in a second. We got to go have some lunch myself. But yeah, guys, if you guys are going to, I want to shill it one more time. If you guys are going to be at the Houston conference, I would love to do dinner or whatever, go out for coffee, hit me up. I love networking, to Sprack's point. It's why I love networking. And then in the Vegas too. I'll be speaking at the Houston event, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be giving the same presentation that we give our real estate guys. And because there's some real estate guys there, they'll understand the concepts of passive income. They'll understand of, these assets. They'll understand all this stuff. It's really cool. So come and see us, guys. We'd love it. And then if in Vegas, I'm just going to love to hang out. Going to have a lot of fun in Vegas. Hit me up and it'll be good. So, well, cool, guys. We're going to hop off. You guys got any parting words before we wind it down? No. Sprack?
No.
No, but I think we could, if you want to, I might have a window next week and we could do a TA session and kind of look at some stuff on a granular level.
That would be great. We would love to go through some of the pulse chain charts and some of the third party stuff. Yeah, you're saying that you've seen a lot of structure back in the market again. We would love to see that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll hit you up. Awesome. I'll hit you up privately. We'll talk.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, guys, we're going to hop off. Thank you so much again. We love all of you. You guys are the ones who make the show. Please smash the likes, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to do our best to continue to bring you great content around the Pulse Chain ecosystem to cut through all the narratives. And guys, we'll see you hopefully at the Pulse Chain Tour. It'll be a blast. So see you guys. Peace.
Later.